Check, 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 check. Okay. So I had to manually restart the stream. Let me see if that created a new broadcast, because I don't want it to. It created a new broadcast. Fuck. I ran into SP issues at the end here. Alright, it's time for Siegfried. I don't have Siegfried on this account. Haha, so Avo it is. Whoops. Yeah, I'm showing 0 viewers on my stream right now. I wish there was a better way to fix the audio bug after a reconnect. Well, it's showing that everybody got yeeted out, which is really sad. Okay, next time, let's see here. Hey, Zikadla, thank you for the resub. 14 months, woohoo! Woohoo! How's it going, Zikadla? Glad to have you here. Anyone that finds this post managed to temporarily fix this issue by going to settings and disabling Twitch VOD track. Okay, so next time I can just disable and re-enable Twitch VOD track, maybe? No, everybody's complaining. This has been a known issue for a long time. Oh well. Well, we restarted the stream and fixed the audio. Yeah, I don't think I'm beating the Eden score. Like, the damage is really good in the first 2 rotations with AE. But then I have nothing left when it comes to the final part. It does make me want to go back to the main account. I need to go play Elysian Realm. I'm getting sidetracked so hard. Hey, Hellseye. I need to farm Elysian Realm so much tonight. The previous stream was 6 hours long, so I need to at least put in 4 more hours today. I'm having more fun than I should on this boss. Absolutely. Even on the alt account. I don't know. Maybe plans change now that I'm having fun again. I've also retired the 1, 2, 3 alt accounts in Raid Shadow Legends since Feoran has successfully beaten Raid Shadow Legends free to play. Asper. True. True. Is it mandatory fun? Yeah, mandatory fun day. It's not happening.
小白鼠，让我们继续来做那些有趣的事情吧。
Family day, tank. Family day. Alright, one more run on this. I don't think I'm gonna get the 730.
天呐，胜利的凯歌这里吧，以断罪之名，无之封印，圣才之雷。
That's a really cute emote, tank. Zen Yi's gonna run out, but I think that's gonna be okay. I'm way over damage anyways. Mobius might be for you, Fireball. I know. One more, just one more. I lost targeting here. One more drink, just one more. Yeah. One more, one more. Just one. Oh, I'm doing alright. We're doing okay. Yeah, go get rest. If you guys gotta go get rest, go get rest. Alright. Oh no. One spawned behind me and it ruined everything. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go play Elysian Realm. We got so much Elysian Realm grinding to do. But I need to do this too. Alright, I'm doing the older dailies, like it doesn't matter, I just need to get this done. One more, we got one upped. No, we did that earlier today, Mamizaki. We gave a couple people the +1. We gave a couple people the +1 and then Hasper came back. I'm missing some damage in that first rotation though. Like I just don't know where it is. Oh no. I had Subway for the first time in like 5 years. Prices have all gone up. $5 footlongs no longer exist. But it tasted the same as I remember it. Exactly the same. It tasted exactly like Subway. Ah, I missed. It's good enough, right? It's good enough. I don't need to do another one for 300. Oh wait, I need to claim my rewards. I'm gonna... Hang on. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Scissor. I'll do it once I finish the main story, Fragile. Like, you could see, like, I haven't done the last part on this account. So it's not really a big deal. I just needed to use up the attempts is all. Alright, here we go. It's cool getting the time fractures, and it's cool getting the... It's cool getting the, when I do get the ult. It does take a long time, though, without that affix line. Here we go. Yeah. I wish they would have just gotten rid of the affixes and baked everything into... Like, that's one thing I would like in a future event, is, like, not making progression that big of a deal in the event itself, and just giving us, like, OP characters from the get-go. Yeah, leveling is fine. I think leveling is fine. But I think... and you know what? Maybe some of that stuff they gate behind the levels. I think that's fine. And that's another thing, too. Some of the passive abilities I didn't have unlocked because my character was only 20 out of 30. You know, Megadeth's album from the end of last year is actually quite good. This is actually Dave Mustaine's solo. Yeah. Yeah, I rolled the one for Kiana, and it did not feel that strong. I don't know if I'm gonna try and re-roll, like, all the unique ones for everybody else. I just wanted the one to unlock the treasure chest. The Kiana one is like, every 100 HP, you just get 0.3% attack, or something like that. You just get percentage attack for HP that you have. I was like, I could have had something else. Are they like too insane, too OP, or what? Yeah, it should have been unlocked while leveling. I think it's whack that you need to spend affix rerolls, but I don't know. I think the event overall is just like unnecessarily overcomplicated.
一场华丽的舞会吧！不要啊！装上去，璀璨光芒，照耀大地。哇，好高好高！就小心脚下。
Maybe it is really good and I just haven't gotten to a point where I could fully utilize it. I don't know.
好高好高！魔法的时间结束了。披星绳嘛，射中你的心。披星绳嘛，璀璨光芒，照耀大地。太阳的共演哦，这要踩好节奏啊！ 飞向远天吧，小心脚下。哇，好高好高！以我为始，以我为终。有这里，准备好过舞衣，星星划过的时候，要记得许愿了。
I know, right? I don't want to roll for affixes anymore.
小心脚下。慢慢的共演哦，要踩好节奏啊！飞向远天吧，以我为始，以我为终。要跟上我。
Oh, I just realized I probably have the wrong equipment on because we were rotating a bunch of stuff around. I'm like, why am I doing 0 damage? That's why.
One sealed。来一场华丽的舞会吧！艾丽西亚的贴心。来一场华丽的舞会吧！准备好公平，璀璨光芒，照耀大地。哇，好高好高！这要踩好节奏啊！
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing now.
远天吧，小心脚下。
But I don't think any of it's gonna really matter until after I finish stage 10 on this account. And I think the plan now is like
作为刹那，
what'll end up happening is I'll just go through the rogue tower and I'll stick to probably Kevin Cosma. And then if it's a stage that I can't do Kevin Cosma, then I'll pick one to use. You know? And then whoever gets picked is the one that gets the... Oh, dude. Whoever gets picked is gonna be the one that, we just max out right
来
away.
一场华丽的舞会吧！整这里，披星绳嘛，星星划过的时候，要记得许愿。
Yeah, I mean, eventually I'll have at least everybody maxed. And I'll save the affix rolling till I get, like... I'm gonna at least get one red affix on somebody, and then everybody else will just be like... I'll try to just get really good purples and yellows.
要踩好节奏啊！慢慢的共演哦，以我为始。
Like on this account right now, Cosma has like evasion cooldown reduction, crit rate, and crit damage on evasion skill. So his evasion skill just deals stupid amounts,
我的心意
you know?
要好好收下哦。小家伙，好高好高！我的。 丽的舞会吧。在这里啊，我的心意要好好收下哦。哇，好高好高，这要踩好节奏啊！外放的共演哦，小心脚下。哇，好高好高，要踩好节奏啊！魔法的时间结束了，很热情呢。抓到你了，别心疼嘛，准备好共舞一曲了吗？抓到你，我的心意要好好收下哦。
Any non-Hoyoverse games y'all been playing lately?
准备要踩好节奏啊！
I'm still trying to figure out how far I want to go in Dyson Sphere.
好高好高，小心脚下。
My first sphere is more or less almost done, and the rest is just gonna be like scaling up and rinse and repeat.
魔法的时间结束了，
Melty Blood? Nice.
别心疼嘛，有这里。
Yeah, I do kind of want to do some more fighting gamey stuff. Atomic Heart? Nice. I heard good things about that game. Diablo 3 Season 3? Diablo 3 new season? Interesting. Interesting. Can't believe that game is basically like 10 or 11 years old at this point. Yeah, I that's what I feel. My last memory of Diablo 3 was like right before they started doing seasons. I had finally perfected my Spin Barbarian build. And they basically broke it right as the rifts were. It was like right before the first expansion. So then in the second, after the first expansion release, I went to the 3 summons build on Barbarian. It was funny. I remember back in year 1 of Diablo 3, I had built my triple spin Barbarian to the point where like I was hypnotizing myself to sleep. Just seeing my character going in circles. Hey, 9 Deaths. I remember I made $500 off the Real Money Auction House back then, and that was it. Yeah, I don't personally find Path of Exile appealing, so I didn't try it, but I know players who love grinding that seasonal. Like, Superpie, for instance. He'll grind Path of Exile seasonal. Yeah, I really like the new Cammy design. Not that her old one isn't iconic or anything. I like the old design, but I just like the new one more. Makes me want to get more into fighting games a bit, which I think is the right thing, right? If you know, all the buzz around Street Fighter 6. But I also do want to, you know, eventually go back to Guilty Gear as well. If, you know, Grand Blue Versus was a bit more affordable, I wouldn't mind picking that up too. But I feel like time-wise, I just don't have time to commit. I do like the character designs in Grand Blue Versus. We still gotta watch the story mode of Guilty Gear at some point. What about some single-player games? Witcher 3 is on the list, right? Witcher 3, I want to do a rerun. Horizon Forbidden West, the DLC. Yeah, I can see them doing Season Pass in Street Fighter 6. I just hope that that open world arcade casual mode, that battle hub, will be enough to keep casual players like myself interested. You know? I think that will be the biggest thing. If the game is fun enough and the cosmetics are reasonably priced, I wouldn't mind investing a little bit in the cosmetics. Yeah, I still need to get the season pass for Guilty Gear for season pass 2.
有没有让你心动呀？
I've just been really lazy about that. But it's like I don't think I've actively played Guilty Gear since year 1, since release. Like it was really fun to just hit buttons cuz I'm not a main game fighting game player, you know, like I just hit buttons, maybe play through arcade and then watch a few tournaments.
搞得很热情呢。
Stormgate. I saw Heyoka's tweet. So Heyoka used to do stuff with different tournament organizers, part of Team Liquid and all that. He got picked up as project manager on Stormgate, so I'm looking forward to that.
远天吧，
What a season pass is. It's kind of like instead of a battle pass, you just get everything for that season up front.
结束了，
You just get access to all the content.
那不就是这里？
Yeah, it's basically like an expansion pack in a way,
光芒照耀大地。
depending on the game. So like Destiny 2 Year 1, they have what were called season passes. So a lot of the early expansions were included in the annual pass, and you could buy the expansion standalone in Year 1. I'd say that the season passes are definitely closer to traditional like physical box expansion sets. But yeah, in fighting games it's more like you get 4 characters over the season. And you also get some cosmetics depending on the game, right? Some games you get cosmetics as part of the season pass as well. I feel like it's less scummy than battle passes because you don't actually have to actively grind. But it also isn't entirely upfront because it's basically paying for the active development of the content that you're getting. Right? It's like, in a way, it's like a MMO sub, except you're paying for maybe like 4 to 6 months at a time. But yeah, it's just another DLC payment monetization. It's funny that you say that. I remember not long after Diablo Immortal came out, a bunch of Raid Shadow Legends content creators like, which game is more pay to win? Diablo Immortal or Raid? Yeah, in that regard, that's very true. That was like one of the biggest complaints about Street Fighter V, right? Street Fighter V and 4 was just like the game felt incomplete at launch, and which is why a lot of the fighting game community wasn't happy with it.
小心脚下。要踩好节奏啊！哇，好高好高！
And like Street Fighter V didn't become a finished game until like end of year 1 or end of year 2 or something like that.
鼓掌是基本的礼仪。明 来一场华丽的舞会吧，逃不掉哦！抓到你，星星划过的时候，要记得许愿哦。飞向远天吧，这要踩好节奏啊！梦幻的共演哦，小心脚下。飞向远天吧。
But yeah, in terms of more standardized expansions, Horizon Forbidden West expansion is probably the one that I'm most excited for right now. Um,
稍等一下，我要先删除一点数据。
part of me wants to pick up Final Fantasy VII Intergrade because I didn't play through Intergrade because I didn't have a PS5. Saving up for a PS5 is what I would like to do, but I might wait for like the PS5 Pro. Yeah, I don't know if you remember last year, but when I played through Forbidden West, it was a little bit jarring at first because like I had gotten accustomed to all the power level that I had at the end of Zero Dawn. I forgot what it was like to play through with all the power without all the power-ups. But they had kind of soft balanced some of the weapons and tools that you have available. So like the beginning of Forbidden West, I didn't enjoy it as much. And then once I got like inventory upgrades and other stuff, I was like, oh, now it feels like Horizon again. That's kind of what happened for me. Yeah. Did I get my thing? See if we can get a Vilvi. Oh yeah, the resource system in Zero Dawn obsoleted because eventually you just had so much inventory space, right? But they kind of balanced that out in Forbidden West. So like you can send stuff to your stash, but your active inventory is limited. And because your active inventory is limited, there's only so much ammo that you can create on the fly. And so in Forbidden West, they definitely put more emphasis on like making sure you have enough, and you do need to go back and resupply and all that. And even with easy loot on, I do feel like some of the rare materials you do have to put some effort into gathering. So it's like, you know, again, goals based, right? Like if you really want to get this upgrade and if you really want to be completionist, you need to put in some time to acquire whatever the goods were. Recharge stamina. Oh, you mean like HP? The flowers is like your emergency HP. You do get health potions later that you get to create. So it might have been just the early game thing. Yeah, and I can sort of see that. Like in the early game, there are a lot of things that kind of gate your power level, so to speak. I wouldn't mind doing a rerun of Final Fantasy VII-R at some point too, just for the heck of it. I never finished my hard mode run because I got to Shinra Tower and I was just kind of like, I think I'm done. So maybe we can finish the hard mode run on 7R. Yeah, picking the hardest difficulty is basically instant death in Forbidden West, or Horizon Zero Dawn. I think if you pick the second hardest difficulty, it's not so bad. But they did have to nerf the ultimate armor in Horizon Zero Dawn, where it's like, it's super OP in like normal and hard, but if you go to very hard and ultra hard, it does nothing. So that the difficulty is retained on those. Yeah, I feel like for those single player games, I'll always just play on the second hardest instead of the hardest, because I feel like I would just get too frustrated playing it on the hardest. I would like to play Hades at some point, because I do want to see if there's maybe like another rogue game that I could actually enjoy. At the very least, like, I could at least, you know, get fan art inspiration from Hades and farm that for engagement. If I ever get around to actually drawing Aware. Did you play the DLC as part of your Zero Dawn playthrough, though? Frozen Wilds and stuff? I remember enjoying Frozen Wilds, but it was also, like, at the end of my first playthrough, or so I was a little bit tired of the collectathon part. I know, the irony. Yeah, I think DJ Mist was playing through Assassin's Creed, one of the newer ones that had the giant open world map. And I just remember he scrolled around on the map and I saw all the nodes that were marked on the map. And I just felt this physical exhaustion just looking at the map. Yeah, I think it was Odyssey. It was either Odyssey or Origins. I feel like, in terms of open world games that I really did enjoy, though, from maybe the last 4 years, Spider-Man, like Marvel's Spider-Man for PlayStation, which is now also on PC, that one was really fun. I wanted to play the DLC, and then I played the first 3 episodes of the DLC, the first 3 DLCs, but I didn't play the expansion, which is what the Miles Morales was. It was a standalone expansion. God of War 2018. Funny story about that one that I think I've told it on stream, but I don't know if you remember. I bought that game because there was an Amazon promo for Final Fantasy 14. If you bought a certain amount of merch, I forget if it was game related or not, you got the Black Chocobo for your Final Fantasy 14 account. So, God of War 2018 was on sale, so you know what I did. I bought God of War. So, I have a copy of God of War 2018 for the PS4 that I never played. I did eventually take it out of the shrink wrap, but I never played it. Yeah, I wanted the giant black fat chocobo. And yeah, I'm a chocobo main. 19 out of 20 stars. It's not 20 out of 20, but 19 out of 20 will beat most 8 out of 10 races. I had to farm that MGP to get the Regalia G. Yeah, I get asked a lot if I'm gonna play Elden Ring at any point, and I just don't know if I'm that interested in doing it all. We never went back to Deserts of Karak either. For Homeworld. Yeah, I just don't know what my tolerance will be for bullshit mechanics, because I know there's quite a bit of stuff to get through. Wait, which boss is that? Is it the popular one with the red hair and the rot? I know that there's now like a lot of optional like summon stuff that you can do to help cheese your fights. Well, not entirely cheese, but improve your odds. Right? I know those tactics now exist. It was kind of funny watching Asmon watch Emiru play through that fight at one point. I think I missed a buff somewhere. Kind of ruins the game. Well, I think if the goal was to enable players to play the way they want to play and get people introduced into a Souls genre, like a Soulsborne style, I think having that option is fine. I am excited for Armored Core, though. I never played any of the previous games in the series, but I definitely do like the idea of the heavy mech stuff. I never got the one with bonus total damage. Give me the one with bonus total damage. Oh, thank goodness.
是在来一场华丽的舞会吧。想要什么？C。来一场华丽的舞会吧，整正你！别心急嘛，璀璨光芒照耀大地。哇，好高好高！准备好共舞吧。哇，慢缓的共演哦，小心脚下，飞向远天吧。要踩好节奏啊！致意无暇的时代，整正你，抓到你，知道了。别心急嘛，准备好共舞一曲了吗？抓到你，我的心，要好好收下哦。慢缓的共演哦，正调踩好节奏哦。
You know, Gitsu, that reminds me of like some of the Honkai bosses where like we're used to a certain attack rhythm, and then they keep introducing bosses that have like a delayed attack where they'll like pose like they're about to attack and then wait 2 seconds to fake us out.
来一场华丽的舞会吧，逃不掉哦。
也难逃。
要好好收下哦。飞向
Airship Syndicate's new MMO looks kind of cool. The one that they showcased on the State of Play.
好高好高，小心脚下。魔法的时间结束了，抓到你了，整正你！别心急嘛，准备好共抓到你，璀璨光芒照耀大地。慢缓的共演哦，这小心脚下。飞向远天吧，要踩好节奏哦。魔法的时间结束了。喜欢我现在的样子吗？还是说，喜欢的是我？
Okay, we're at 30 pulls right now for Hersher of Truth Gear tomorrow.
节奏。我将扭转万象。雑魚のくせに生意気ね。准备好了打我呀！我将扭转万象。胜利者的姿态怎么都看不腻呀。
Let me go take a break. I'm gonna go get some water. BRB. Look at all the crystals that we have to farm. Do I still need tactical? I probably do. Good call. Let's go do tactical. Oh. Let's see. Is Alien on live right now? Oh. Wait, it's Monday. Whew.
那些带领我、指引我的人，我会循着他们留下的足迹前进。与大家的回忆，是不让你。
我会一直站。要执行新任务了吗？
Excuse me.
与大家的回忆。
What if I became a PNG tuber? Except without the light on, light off feature. We just have like a character avatar. A static one. Wait, no way. Faoran, how did you let me win? A pony is supposed to achieve total domination in co-op. What happened? No way. Impossible. What happened? I wonder if there was like some hits that went on the fake ones and I got lucky and I found the right one at the end, and maybe the weapon act of killing the right one sniped the position. Alright, chat. Into the mines we go. We gotta do a little bit of farming. Tulo LP, welcome. This is the endless grind for crystals. We're now in Aichan's mines, harvesting minerals. She said you require additional minerals. I said okay. Oh, is that what you get? 9 deaths? Bull for Q Manifold? Nice. Yeah, shallow sequence, crystal farming. Not even gonna look. We're just gonna go straight through the middle portal every time. Let the support characters carry us. Kuma Booty, what's up? What is up, Kuma Booty? Did Terrans go to sleep? I think Terrans did go to sleep.
你是新时代的来访者，连接着新的希望。
Just got home from an outing with the family. Was there food involved? Please tell me there was food. There's always food involved. I crave some quality food with the family.
狂欢时刻到了。
Dim sum. Oh my god. What are the dishes that you always order when you go to dim sum? For me, it's the niu bai ye, the beef tripe. I always love the beef tripe. That will always be one of my go-tos, I think. Any form of steamed dumplings, soup dumplings.
狂欢时刻到了。
Siu mai. Okay, let me go Google the picture of that because I probably know what it is. Oh yes, yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. That one's on the list. Let me get some. Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that.
"狂欢时刻到了。 这是我 It's my time.
Oh, me too. I have to pull the rest of her gear on the NA account that I'm supposed to be retiring from, but I can't seem to let it go. I was actually having a lot of fun playing the Abyss on both accounts.
要是什么时候
It got me to say one more game, one more run, and I one more run all over the fights. Right now I have 30 pulls saved up on this account, and we are in the Elysian Realm shallow mines, trying to grab every last crystal that we can. Last one for real, yeah. I last one all over them. uh...
狂欢时刻到了。
Maybe I should see if there's another content creator not maining Honkai that wants to inherit this account. Make it the community account. Yeah, I was just thinking that.
艾丽西亚，
Maybe Braxophone will want this account. The only downside is that it is tied to my Hoyoverse, which does have a second email attached to it. So... They'll care sometimes. They'll care sometimes. Not all the time, but they'll care sometimes. It's a weird gray area. I just don't want to be bad example as content creator doing it, you know? Even though in the past I have piloted for my friends. But they weren't, there was always accounts that they weren't actively playing. Yeah, better safe than sorry. So true, Zored. I don't even know what gear I have equipped right now. I'm definitely using the wrong weapons. Look at those. Those are the crafted 35 weapons. Yeah, but that's a little different, right? That's a little bit different. That's more like, you know, just don't tell it, don't let us find out. Man, now I'm craving Chinese food. Even if it's like Americanized Chinese food, I'm craving it now. I got some frozen dumplings downstairs I guess I could make later. I'll eat it all. One of my dad's friends runs a Chinese restaurant that was like right on campus at my alma mater, and I used to go there every now and then for a free meal because like my dad had helped him out a lot. So like I'm also not picky, right? Because that's one of the things that, you know, 粒粒皆辛苦 is just you can't waste food. You know, you just can't waste food. You just, yeah. Maybe I should make some rice tonight for tomorrow. Just put some rice in the rice cooker. Let it do some rice cooking. Man, Rake is streaming some art right now, and sometimes I wish I could draw Booba as good as he does. And draw Booba. I need to give away this account so that I can draw Booba. That's right. Oh man. So Aponia and Cosma, these are the secrets. See, if I give up this account, I can also go back to Chocobo racing in Final Fantasy XIV. I can just run laps on Sangoli Road like nobody's business. Because it's faster to queue up for a Chocobo race than it is to actually do MSQ duties. Did I ever tell you the story, Kumabuti? Like, the whole reason Heavensward took me forever to finish is because of the first run of the Final Fantasy XV collab. And it was like a bajillion MGP to get the Regalia G. And I was looking up some guides and they're like, yeah, the fastest way to farm MGP is by Chocobo racing. So I was like, okay, well, Chocobo racing. Oh, well, the fastest way to earn more MGP from Chocobo racing is to have a higher ranked Chocobo. Okay. How does that work? Oh, you gotta do Chocobo breeding. Oh, okay. And to tie that back together with the story, that was right around the time when the Amazon promo for the Fat Chocobo, the Black Fat Chocobo, was around. So that's when we pre-ordered, or we didn't pre-order, but we ordered God of War 2018 on sale. I still haven't played this, but I ordered this just to get the Chocobo mount. I ended up, like, not even finishing Heavensward at the time. I remember Panzerkin carried me to the end of Heavensward, like, maybe a year ago. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm good for now. I remember 2019, I had pre-ordered Shadowbringers. Was it Shadowbringers? Yeah, I had pre-ordered Shadowbringers, and I was ready to play, and then right around that time it was supposed to launch, I got super busy, and I lost all my momentum. Lost all my momentum. And now I'm stuck thinking, like, do I want to level Dancer and finish the rest of the MSQ as Dancer? Or do I stick it out and do it as Dragoon? Because I don't enjoy playing melee in MMOs because of the limited field of view. WoW has kind of spoiled me in that, like, playing range as WoW, in WoW with a zoomed out camera, I can just see so much more stuff going on. Whereas, if I'm playing Dragoon, chances are I'm just gonna be floor tanking the whole time, right? I was also a little bit disappointed that the Dragoon playstyle is a lot less jumping. You know, I would have figured they could have made it combo based, where it's like, you know, at the end of your combo you get to do a cool jump. There's not. It's just like 2 or 3 1 to 3 minute cooldowns, and that's it. That's your jump. That's all you get. Talk about a bummer of a class fantasy. Yeah, the jumps are no. The disengage. The disengage. You get 1 disengage as a Dragoon. That's what kills me. 2 jumps reset you back to your current position, and 1 jump you can actually use as a gap closer. I don't know. I don't know if I want to live that life. I feel like maybe at one point I felt like, oh yeah, if I reclass to Machinist and just grind Machinist, that would be a lazy way to play, right? I need a lazy class that I can just mindlessly do range DPS without having too much crazy rotations. Black Mage, okay, I thought about that, but I was talking to another player who mains Black Mage, and they were like, Black Mage has a lot of nuance at the high end. Red Mage is pretty straightforward. Yeah, but isn't Red Mage more like mid-range in the same way like Dancer is also kind of like mid? It's range, but it's like mid-range. Is a Level Rush bundle worth it? I don't think Level Rush bundle is ever worth it, Horizon X. I feel like Level Rush bundle is always kind of a cash grab bundle. Don't do Level Rush bundles, in my opinion. Red Mage, you need to get in. Yeah, I don't want to get into melee. I feel like melee is always too risky. That's one of the one of the things that happen right now in the current WoW Mythic Plus season is like one of the affixes, one of the seasonal affixes requires players to stack on each other, and healers and range DPS were dying because they had to run into melee and deal with melee mechanics. The one that gives 5.4k crystals. You mean the first time top up? If you have any first time top up bonuses for crystals, those are worth it. But Level Rush, where it's like EXP chips and coins, that is not worth it. Any B chip bundle that's giving you focus and expansion tickets that are, you know, 1 ticket for 60. So every pull is 280, right? So you can say that a ticket is 280 crystals worth. So B chips in the shop have a 1-to-1 value, B chip to crystal, and it's not always the case that B chips will be worth one crystal. But anytime you have B chips where you're getting 280 worth in terms of crystals for less than 280 B chips, it's generally a positive value for you. Oh, 5.4. Oh, you mean the starter one. The it's like $10 and you get 5.4k crystals and 900 B chips. Is that the one you're talking about, Horizon? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, so the $10 one, yeah, that one's worth it. Okay. I thought it was like the other one where it was like you only get experience chips and coins. I'm like, no, experience chips and coins is farmable. But the $10 one where you get the growth bundle is what I remember it used to be called, right? The growth bundle, that one for $10 is a really good value. Yeah. I remember getting it on both accounts, because I remember on this account, originally it was supposed to be free to play, but during the Evangelion collab, I was like, I need at least the weapon. So I bought the bundle on this account to get that. If it's the $10 bundle, then I'd say yeah. I think what they basically did is they took the previous version and they just added a free tier to it. Because I remember previously, like, even after you got to 80, you could still buy the starter bundle. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if MiHoYo wants to pay for a license again for the collab. As nice as it would be. Oh crap, why am I buying Vil-V stuff? I don't even have... This character doesn't even have a weapon active right now equipped. I need a Ponia stuff. What are some other job classes that would be easy? Is Machinist easy? I'd like to play Sage at some point if I can ever get around to it. I feel like Sage would be really fun. With the funnel bits. No, whatever. I'm just gonna go. I think I would have really liked a Mari outfit for Fuhua. I think that would have been really appropriate and fitting. I think I've joked about it before with Mamizaki, and I showed Mamizaki my old sketch of you know, Fuhua dressed up as Mari. Yeah, costumes probably still would have to be. Man, this anime OP was so good. I never got to watch the original Bastard OVAs, but man, part 1 on Netflix was super fun. Yeah, a Misato outfit for Himeko. Oh. That's an excellent fan art idea. Oh man. Oh yeah, no, they were definitely, Himeko was definitely based on Misato. The love of beer, being the parental figure in the trio's life, you know. During the collab, Himeko was role-playing as Misato for sure. I felt like Mei playing as role-playing as Shinji was kind of a funny decision, and then Kiana was role-playing as Asuka. With Bronya role-playing as Rei. it was kind of funny. Cocalia was the other doctor. And then Mei's dad was, what's his face? Shinji's dad. Which was really funny because up until that point, Raiden Ryoma didn't feature at all in the story. Genji. Yeah, Ritsuko was Cocalia. So Cocalia was Ritsuko. And then you had Tesla and Einstein. Einstein was, what's his face? The... Gendo's side guy, his number 2. Fuji something? Fuyutsuki. Yeah. So Einstein was Fuyutsuki. I don't remember who Tesla was supposed to replace or roleplay as. But yeah, it was funny because they were like the deviation in the story was like they had designed the Wotan not as something only pilotable by Hershers, but it was like it was supposed to be the prison for Hershers, and they were trying to find some way to get back to the Sea of Quanta to save Welt, which was a really fun spin on things. Yeah, Tesla would have made for a good Asuka, but I think they wanted the main trio to be. Oh, look, I can still grind here for an extra 100 crystals. Oh yeah, and it's funny too because in the if you're caught up on the latest story chapters, you'll see the Asuka costume come back, and it's literally being worn by Tesla, right? In during the collab, the storyline was that Tesla took her plug suit to do research, and in the meantime, she gave Tesla gave Asuka one of the spare battle suits that she had designed for herself or something like that. And that, I was thinking for the longest time, like, it'd be great if they would make a playable Tesla that was literally just the Asuka Echo Fighter. Same move set, same skill sets, but just make her farmable for basically everybody who missed out on the collab. Would have been really easy to use as a filler patch, Maybe in part 2 we'll get that. And they could maybe do some buffs for Asuka and Tesla to make the damage a little bit more relevant. Yeah, it is unlikely, for sure it's unlikely, but be nice. Pipe dream. I think there's a lot on the horizon for Honkai that's going to be unexpected to some degree. Maybe once I do drop the alt account, I maybe get more motivation to do beta testing stuff again. Like CN beta, whatnot. It's funny. I think what had ended up happening was like I had started picking up additional games to keep my mind off of Honkai because at various points, like the Honkai meta just got really stale or depressing or demotivating. And then as I kept picking up more games, like the time available for anything altogether just started shrinking. Oh, 15 minutes here for Raid Shadow Legends, another 15 there for Genshin. A little this, a little that. Oh, Echidona's, taking a break, so let's go pilot his account. oh, you know, staff wants me to do beta testing for the EN version while I also have CN beta access and whatnot. So like small things here and there just kept adding up.
请原谅。
HSR coming too. Yeah, like I would like HSR to play it as a side game and not really worry about too much aside from the story.
别怕，
And it'll be a really good exercise in like time management, right?
好球！
Yeah, I don't think I'll have any desire to do too much of the endgame stuff, as much as it would be nice to like constantly generate the,
想要的答案。
you know, the gacha currency and whatnot. I feel like part of me actually wants to just spam standard banner in that game and just get my standard base of like characters built up and whatnot, and then just like maintenance mode basically the rest of the game. You know? I don't even know if it makes sense to do that. And maybe do more YOLO pulling, since like pretty much every other gacha that we play, we super micromanage the we tend to super micromanage a lot of the account planning. Don't want to get into a turn-based game. It's not that bad. I think it's quite fun right now, because like all the major story battles you kind of have to puzzle your way through. You can't just auto battle, and then the rest of it, like for maintenance, you can auto battle. Yeah, the way it's set up feels like, you know, year one Genshin, where like your free 4 stars can just do a lot for you, you know? But the rest is managing like, okay, well, how much time do I allocate to just quest grinding and whatnot? Like this year, so far, I've been really enjoying the WoW expansion. Even playing like, you know, 2 to 4 times a week, right? WoW's still been quite entertaining. I kind of have to step a little bit away from WoW because
你
like
的选择。
right now it doesn't make as much sense financially to stream WoW, at least at my level. But hopefully the goal will be to eventually diversify my income,
别怕，
ideally with some art sales and whatnot, merch sales and whatnot, so that I don't have to be online streaming all the time.
艾丽西亚
I don't think I'm creative enough and, you know, time savvy enough to actually invest in proper YouTube content right now. Which is kind of just, a lot of it is laziness on my part.
别怕，
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can see that. I will say that Star Rail Beta 3 right now is definitely the best it's ever been that I've seen, having been in the previous betas too. You can kind of blitz it and just play it story only, treat it like a Final Fantasy game. Or any other, you know, if your main game turn-based RPGs that you've played in the past. Oh yeah, I still have Final Fantasy 15 to play through. Go on a road trip. Don't know how it'll turn out. Yeah, true. Oh, I don't know. Some people will probably still wail. Cause you know, you never know the type of player that's gonna wail on a game like that. I can see some content creators also justifying whaling to produce like high level top-down guides and whatnot. Danny Mauve. Danny, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I also just feel like part of it has to do with the fact that my channel is Honkai centric, right? Like a lot of people just expect Honkai content from this channel. Mostly for Honkai Impact Third, but like I feel like a lot of players probably expect some spillover into the other Hoyoverse titles. Yeah. It also takes so long to farm stuff. True, but you also can auto farm, right? You can auto farm. Is HSR gonna have competitive play? No indirect PvP, so to speak. But it is launching with more endgame than Genshin does. It'll have an Abyss mode, and it will have an ER-style Rogue mode. And they'll have, you know, time-limited events. Alright, let me check my notes. You're asking about what pity I got mine on. Main account. I think this is main account, right? Main account was painful. I got some notes. Oh, this is the HTR polls. Some giveaway stuff from forever ago. I do also want to get rid of some of my stickers. I still have stickers from the 2021 collab with Kung Fu Tea. Okay, let me see here. NA account. So NA account, I started at 69 pity. And starting from 69 on the counter. So I had already done 31 pulls. I did 1 multi for an NS, and I did 4 more singles for a finality. So it was 14 pulls including expansion tickets, but I started at 69. So total is exactly 55. Yeah, dailies are a little bit more involved than Genshin because it's not just one daily quest. You have to do some of the other content, but it like effectively it feels the same as if you were doing dailies for Battle Pass in Genshin, because Genshin Battle Pass is like, oh, you have to do this mini checklist. So I feel like the daily loop feels more like Honkai Impact Third, but the Battle Pass structure is just like Genshin. A lot of the gacha in HSR is you know, modeled after Genshin because I guess they want to ease more Genshin player base into it. Yeah, I think being able to auto the stamina away to help with the farming like eases some of the frustration, because yeah, even if it does take a bit of time, you don't have to necessarily be there physically while it's happening. Yeah, I feel like the NA account technically did get relatively lucky in a lot of the pulls, except for I just ran out of crystals pulling for the M piece. So the goal now is like, if I can get HTR gear early, the rest of the pulls on this account go straight back into pulling for Finality's last Stigmata piece.
强大的力量往往意味。
Yeah, that's normal. Improving the characters that you have.
别怕，有我呢。
Oh, nice. Getting the origin stuff. Did you use your option box, or have you caught up on the story? $600 stamina today, barely enough to upgrade one character from 40 to 50.
你还没有完全激发自己的全能，雷之律者。
You know, if you take into consideration all the ascension mats required in early game Genshin, think about how many times we had to actually farm the hypostasis back in Genshin launch, right? Let alone having the world level to actually farm the appropriate materials. Yeah, so Danny, one of the strats going forward, what you want to do is you want to save the option boxes. In the future, you want to save the option box until you already pulled for the rest of the stuff. And what that lets you do is you use the option box to finish the set rather than opening the option box first and then risking duplicates. But now you know. Yeah, I feel like maybe right now in HSR the level gate between raising your world levels a little bit rough if you're not actively doing all the quests. Like, I'm a little bit behind because I didn't finish the epilogue or whatever, and I don't know if I'll have time to go back to HSR with the, you know, the Twitch incentive right now for Honkai. Did they announce the end date for beta yet? I think saving is a safe play, get on out. I think that the fact that you were able to get both of their weapons is a huge piece. I think if you're planning on topping up at all, then getting the gear makes some kind of sense. But I feel like if your goals are not too lofty and you feel like maybe you just want to do Agony 3 farming and Red Lotus farming, I think you're safe to just keep saving. So I feel like for most players, my biggest advice, especially new Honkai players, is figure out what you're playing this game for, right? Like, if the gameplay loop is like interesting to you and you want to dive into the end game meta and or even like mid meta stuff, there are certain things you might want to prioritize over other aspects of the game. But if you're only here for the story and the characters, you don't have to push too far. And there's, you know, stuff that happens at the late game that you can scale down for Agony 3 and whatnot and still get the experience without necessarily needing to spend more money. We do tend to emphasize account planning on a long term here on this channel, though. Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see. Like, I definitely felt like I trust Braxophone, and if Braxophone, who's generally more optimistic, I feel like than others when it comes to the Genshin theory crafting. If he's like given up hope on Dea, it's pretty bad, right? But I will still pull C1 Dea, or at least attempt C1 Dea. And I'll see if I can at least build her well enough to clear floor 12. You know, even if it's only like a, you know, 6 or 7 star floor 12 instead of 9 star floor 12. We'll see what we get. Hey Tommy. Good morning. Be like Elysia, always be positive. True. So here's my strategy, right? I have guaranteed C0 Dea. Now, if I attempt C1, we can one of multiple scenarios, right? If we get it early, then that's great. We have more than enough left over to lose a 50-50 going for C1 Shenhe, and can still go for C1 Shenhe. If we lose the 50-50 late, then we'll have guaranteed C1 Shenhe. And if we win the 50-50, then we'll have C1 Dea, and hopefully I'll still be able to farm enough pulls to get C1 Shenhe. Anyways. So I'm probably going to zero out my primos this next patch. How do I have so many primos? I didn't pull in Sumeru, right? The only character in Sumeru that I pulled for was Nahida. I got Tignari from Standard after he had already entered Standard. I skipped Al-Haytham. I'm probably going to be skipping Kave and Baizu. And I've been farming the Twitch streamer program rewards. So I didn't buy Battle Pass or anything. I just been straight up farming farming the Twitch event. We did a few impulse pulls for Yelan C2, and we got a Kaching. So that's kind of, but it didn't cost us too much, right? Because it was mostly some of the pulls that we had saved up from Lantern Rite. I've actually started skipping some dailies more often, so sometimes I'll go a couple of days without logging in more than before, which I didn't used to do like 3 patches ago or anything. Shiny Nene, welcome. Yeah, I'm close to 300. I'm probably like 280 right now after the most recent Twitch streamer rewards got posted up. I mean, for me, it's just the same as like pooling crystals in Honkai, right? Like, it's just, if you're playing low budget, you're playing free to play, you just have to have discipline if you want a account plan. You know, and then just play the events, right? Play the events. That's the bulk of the primos these days for the patches, playing the events more than doing dailies and whatnot, even though doing dailies does help over time. I think what I'll do for Shenhe's weapon is, like, I want it for the aesthetics, but I'll probably have to wait for a future rerun. Right now, it doesn't make sense for me to ever roll on Weapon Banner. But I definitely do like the look and the aesthetic of Shenhe's spear. I think it's quite good looking. I have gotten lucky on Weapon Banner in the past where, like, you know, first 50-50 I get the uprate weapon. That happened for Yelan's weapon. Did it happen for Yelan's weapon, or did I just lose the 50-50 and get it early on the next one? I don't remember, but I did get Yelan's weapon. I got lucky for sure for Yai's weapon. But those are probably the 2 instances where I ever did go for Weapon Banner. Ooh, that's a bot right there. That's an easy report. Miss Splitter is hard to pass. I mean, the current Weapon Banner is actually really good too, right? Homa and Simulacra. But, you know, right now my priority is on getting characters. I don't know if it's just a natural progression the longer that you play a single gacha. But I feel like lately my tolerance for getting screwed over in a gacha is way different than what it was when I first started playing Honkai early on, right? I feel like this patch and the Elysia patch felt worse. Whereas in the past, I was always just kind of like, okay, well, I didn't get this piece, I'll just make do without it. Is it because you don't have any of the characters that the staff is designed for, or do you just don't like polearm DPS characters in general? Because as a banner as a whole, it's really good because both weapons are considered really strong. So getting either is a better risk, right? Like when you look at risk mitigation, getting one or the other is a good gamble for your primos. I do feel like weapon banners should get a complete rework though. I think that's one thing that HSR will have the advantage on, where like because there's no double light cone on HSR's light cone banners, it's just one. You have a 75% chance. It's a 70-25, not a 50-50 on light cone banner. I would level a second. I have that same problem right now with my PJW. I have a second PJW, and I feel like I would want to have 2 instances rather. Because having 2 instances of a rank 1 weapon maxed out means that you could potentially run... You have more flexibility for, you know, roster and teams and whatnot. Having a rank 2 of 1 weapon... It's just more of the same in some cases. Yeah, sometimes, like Favonius weapons, having the 100% chance at rank 5 is awesome, but... Wonder if you're gonna like HSR enough? Well, here's the deal. Are you playing TOF as a main game or as a side game right now? Because HSR is definitely side game category. The question for you, Tommy, would be, are you gonna like HSR enough to maintain an account? It's like, is HSR gonna even hold your attention enough to keep logging in? You know? All your games are side games. I mean, you could give it a try, right? Give it a try. It's, if you don't enjoy it, you just don't stick with it. Alright, let me take a restroom break. Ad break, restroom break. I'll be honest, the only reason I'm playing HSR is for Himeko. That's it. If I don't get Himeko from starter banner, I'm going to pull standard until I get the selector, and I'm gonna select Himeko, and that's it. Completely it. That's my only goal in HSR. Same as Genshin, yeah. 6 max for the Eidolons. The structure, I forget if the structure is the same in terms of like at, you know, certain ranks it's just extra ranks on your talents. I forgot that part. Somebody else in the beta might also be able to just tell you.
怎么样？
Yeah, so Tommy, if you play HSR, you can get 2 Bronyas. You could get Silver Wolf and Bronya Rand. You could get all the Bronyas.
不睡饱觉可没法拯救世界啊！
They probably kept it that way to keep the system somewhat streamlined and simple and familiar.
时间开始。
So players coming over from the Genshin side will kind of know what to expect. But I will say that the skill tree is a little bit more advanced because there are more passive stuff that you get to level up compared to in Genshin. Right? Like, some of the passives you have to manually unlock. Right, right. I feel like it's gonna be similar, right? Because that was also kind of like in Genshin, where if you wailed early and you got the rank ups on your 4 stars, that it just enabled so much more. Whereas, like, if you're a low spender, free to play, you kind of have to wait a little bit. You either try to get lucky early on, or you just like save up and wait for a few solid limited banners to bank on. True, Genshin did have Qiqi and Keqing. I will say that was it Bailu? Bailu? I don't remember. I don't know the tone for the Dragon Girl. She kind of reminds me of like a Qiqi plus Diona, but actually super good, super useful for your team. Keqing was good in year 1 though, right? Physical Keqing back in year 1 was actually kind of cracked. I remember Defi topped up for C6 Keqing early on, and the damage output actually was kind of good. Well, you know, back in year 1 launch content, it was like if you just had enough crit rate and crit damage, you just kind of killed everything. I forget if it was from standard or not, or maybe it was only C4. Maybe it was only C4. I don't remember. Defi was very frivolous back then. Then again, there's still certain things that Defi is very frivolous with. Welt saved your butt so many times. Yeah. Welt CC is actually super good. Sad thing with Himiko is that they nerfed her. I don't know if they ever reverted the nerfs. I don't think they did, but I did notice, comparing my beta 2 footage recently, March 7th got nerfed. I was surprised to make that realization. March 7th got nerfed. according to beta 2, my own footage, she had 3 charges on her shield buff for her counterattacks. And now it's down to 2 charges. Need to Doom post Himiko. Oh no. Yeah, her shield is still great. I definitely was very reliant on her counterattack though back in beta 2 for a lot of stuff. 3 charges constellation gated now. Ugh. Of course it would be. I think with Himiko and stuff, they probably ended up balancing her with her Eidolons and constellations. She was too good in beta 1 and they didn't want to make her too good or something. I don't know. I don't know what their rationale is for, like, who gets to be really good at C0 and who gets to have constellations to be any halfway decent. Yeah, beta 1, she was too OP, right? She was way too OP in beta 1. Oh yeah, that was really nutty in beta 1. Like every other attack, because back in beta 1 it was so much easier to break in general. Oh man, Niga sanai wa. It's just every other attack, just pizza cutter, whoosh, pizza cutter drone, whoosh. I feel like I relied less on Herta this time around, but I also, like I said, like, you know, I'm still level Trailblazer level like 28. I had to be very picky about who I focused on early so I didn't get hard stuck on the Kokalia fight like I did in beta 2. Yeah, I don't know if you remember from that 10-hour Star Rail stream, but like as soon as we got the Calyxes, the first thing I did was farm EXP books like over and over again. Because I did not want a repeat of beta 2 where I was just like getting mad because I was getting hard stuck left and right. But to be honest, I don't mind if they keep the story and stuff like easier. Because if players want the hard stuff, they just go play Simulated Universe and Abyss, right? I just remember getting sidetracked and hard stuck a lot in beta 2. But also, like, there was a lot of world elites that this time I had to skip. Because I just knew I was going in underleveled. I bet next patch they're gonna make it where like if you defeat all the enemies while in absolute time fracture, they'll just auto clear absolute time fracture, because it kind of reminds me of the Elysia ending in Origin. Yeah, I feel like Celia is too strong, but she's gonna be a limited character, so it kind of makes sense. But that makes me annoyed at their design decisions even further, right? Because you'll have like standard 5 stars, and this applies in Genshin too, right? You'll have standard 5 stars that are just like way undertuned. You hate Sim so much?
有我呢，该出发了。
Is it just the rogue mode in general? Or do you feel like, you know, it's too forced at the beginning? I do feel that a little bit, like it's mandatory fun, right? For progression.
可惜
But at least all the fights in there you can just set to auto. All you have to do is just remember to walk around and pick a few buffs.
别怕，有我呢，该出发了。接好了。
Yeah, didn't they nerf her from Beta 1 to Beta 2 as well? Hey, Elidon.
这里的
Level 39, oh nice. Yeah, one thing I've learned from playing Raid Shadow Legends, we're gonna be farming for speed boots. We're gonna farm for speed boots. That's gonna be a thing. Farron, are you here? We're going to the boot shop in Star Rail. We're going to the boot shop.
别怕，有我呢。
Chat, Faoran beat Raid Shadow Legends free to play, okay?
我的主场。
He got Arbiter in 3.5 months? When was the last sponsored stream, Faoran? Was it November? I remember it was before December, right? Hey, Defi. Yeah, speed main stat
阿
boots.
波尼亚妈妈的声音很好听。
Yeah, November. So December, January, February, 3.5? It's about 3 months, which is really good. Especially like when you consider that the record pace is 45, I'd say that 3 months has been extremely good. 106 days. Okay, 3.5 months. That's still insanely good. Yes, Moon. Thank you for the follow. Meanwhile, I'm almost 270 days logged in on Raid, and I still haven't... and I'm hard stuck on the arena missions. And I'm still not sure if I need to save Pythion for a fusion later. I do want to farm Raid Shadow Legends for fan art inspo, though. Some of the character designs are, like, actually pretty good. Too good to not do fan art of at some point. But it'd be, like, very generic, like, high-low fantasy fan art, I feel like. Apart from a few iconic designs. You got a smart lock for your home. Nice! So wait, who else is on our music group, Scissor? You got the you got a bass now. What are we doing? Who else is playing with us? Or do I need to buy an electric drum set too? All right, Defi, have some rest. Enjoy your time.
有我呢，该出发了。哼，接好了。决战的时刻到了。
清源，
What do I play? I'm playing guitar right now. But I've dabbled in the keys and I can play drums. I started taking drum lessons in middle school and I kind of